Hi everybody and welcome back to my tropical garden here in the UK. Well, on the agenda this morning I've got a little job to do, and the job is going to be on this plant here. That's right, it's a monkey cut plant, and what's happened, I mean, it's been in this pot for about 2 years and it's outgrown the pot. It needs a tidy up, good old tidy up, a bigger pot, and yeah, it should be quite happy. It seems to be quite happy where I keep it in my conservatory. I'll give it a spray with water every so often. I actually keep it in a container that is filled with water, and I use water from my, I've got one of these, not an air conditioner, but one of these, what do you call it, one that extracts moisture out of the air. You know, we've got a damp room in our house, so we keep this going all the time. And I use that, it's sort of a purified water if you like, and I use that for all my carnivorous plants, or well, most of the plants really, because it's always good to use water that's not from the tap, that's full of things that plants don't like. So anyway, that's my job for today, and yeah, let's crack on, shall we? Now, to tidy it up, I'm going to need a pair of sharp scissors. Before I start, please don't forget to subscribe to my channel if you haven't already done so. That would be great. I've got all sorts of interesting and exciting plants that I grow here in my garden, and I'm sure you'll enjoy the videos that I do. So anyway, this is what we're going to do. We can take it out of this pot first because I've got this string around it where I hang it up, so I've taken that off, and as you can see it's actually pushing itself out of this pot. Look at the size of the pot to the size of the plant really. So I don't know where to start. Tidy it up a little bit first. Well, this is it. Take the plant out of the pot. It's been cramped up in there for far too long. Now, this is a new pot. This is going to be its new home for probably, well, quite some time. Good few years, I should think. Strange thing about these monkey cut plants, they don't seem to have much root at all, not really. Well, this one's got far too much root for the pot it's been in. This is the potting mix I'm going to use for carnivorous plants. I buy these in off the internet. Quite easy to get hold of this mixture. It's quite, although it's going to be in water all the time, strangely enough it's still quite free draining, plenty of sand in there. So there we go, in with the plant, goes into its pot, into its new home. And it needs a little bit more soil just to bring it up to, I want it just below the rim of the pot, if you like. And then once I've got it nicely settled there, then the idea is to tuck some soil in around the sides, give it plenty of support. It's getting quite big this. I've had this plant for, what would I say, 6 years maybe, 6 years. It was so tiny when I first bought it, and it must like it where I keep it because it's growing quite well. Although the little monkey cups, they don't seem to last that long, and I guess they get full of insects and then they look a bit scruffy, so I tend to take those ones off, the scruffy ones, and just leave the good ones that are quite big now, quite big, quite shiny. There we are. Pat that down, get that nice and level. And this is the pot that the pot is going to go into. Well, it's an old water container, drinks container if you like, and obviously I'm not going to put any holes in the bottom there because it's going to be holding water anyway, but I've got to just sort of trim it down and get it to the size that I want, which is just slightly taller than the pot that's going to go in there. So with some garden snippers, I'm going to gradually cut all the way around the pot, make it as tidy as I possibly can. I like it to look good when it's finished. As I cut round, I want the cuts to join up at the end so it comes off in a nice clean circle. Just like that. That looks pretty good. Now we'll move on to the next step. I've got to get a drill. So off I go. And back again. Now what I'm going to do is get the drill that I've got here and drill a few holes around there. I'm going to settle for 3 holes. And then I'm going to put in 3 pieces of string, bring them up around the plant, around the pot, tie them together in a knot, and then they can go back where they belong, hanging from the ceiling.